Okay, so this is part 2 of To the Bit that Goes the Moon, part 5, the Fake Lustre. The poor ship dives back towards the smoking, limp ship, and when close enough, activates the ship's powerful side magnets, dragging the damaged ship to the underside of the stronger vessel. Gotcha, full speed out of here. Full speed isn't going to come to much now that we're flying for 2. Irv's right, we're already experiencing a strain on the engines. So what should I do? Now you ask. Jettison the Yeeple. He only slowed us down anyway, and if you need proof of this, just look at our speedometer. Can't do that, pal. He's our friend. Protection, remember? And you remember, I'm not a power agent, and neither are you, come to think of it, so I don't know why we're having this conversation. While you are having this conversation, though, the Danats have gotten closer, so I've just let loose a mine, and I'm getting ready to remote detonate it. Good, Irv. Glad to see someone around here isn't just thinking about their own selfish needs. Yeah, and I've always wanted to set a mine off. The Danat ships continue their fraught pursuit, disregarding the small green object floating towards them as harmless debris. However, as the Danats pass the chunk of useless green metal, its true nature is revealed to them in a blinding attack of light and heat, the mine detonated on the poor ship by the arms master Irv. Hit. I took out a couple of their ships. How many mines do we have left? 1. How many ships are still tracking us? Hundreds. Okay, so I shouldn't have got that excited just then, but it's such a thrill to take out an enemy ship. A thrill, I dare say, they will soon be experiencing. Don't ride us off just yet, pal. Trennell, I used the underside hatchway on your ship to climb on board. We can now jettison my ship and be on our swift way. Not a million miles from my plan. But Trennell, we don't have an underside hatchway on this model. I know, it's okay. I sealed it up after me. You better, or we'll all be joining Irv on the ceiling. The dying Yeeple freighter is at last abandoned mid-air, along with the last remaining mine from the poor ship. As the green vehicle is free to gather momentum and accelerates away from this space wreck, the hunting Danats catch up to it and prepare to obliterate it out of the sky. But instead, they are caught in a bigger explosion than before, as the mine, combined with the freighter's engine fuel and weaponry, add up to create a more ferocious fire from which the Danats have trouble escaping. In this moment of chaos, Shelley, now back with a full crew, returns to Molneep for a brief respite from battling the Danats. Not believing for a second that they're safe, they dock and hide the ship among the ruined buildings of Molneep's only city. The odd surviving Danat pilot from the devastating airborne maneuver also retreat planetwards home to await another shot at the interfering, snooping ships and the only living Yeeple who stands between them and finishing their mission. Over on Molneep, however, the glad-to-be-alive crew have disembarked and attempt to form a plan from out of the recent madness they've just been through. I still can't believe what's happening around me. I want to go back to a Molneep where the vegetation is ripe, the city is awash with life, and the main Yeeple rules with an amiable hand. This is a nightmare. I don't want to be the last of my species. Consider yourself lucky you belong to a species in the first place. I'm a part of a series, a product, an object, a pain. Hush. I know what we're going to do next. We're going to rid Ockledram of Danats. Proper paw work. How many ships does it usually take to rescue a planet? Depends on the pilot. Fancy giving the folks back home a call? I wish I could, but the last time I saw Paw, they were as thinly spread as a toasted sandwich from a restaurant on Fauville Hot. I told you that's who we should be taking on instead. We're insanely outnumbered, so we need some sort of a secret weapon to better our hand. Trenel, does your planet have some kind of global self-destruct device buried at the centre of it, which we can now activate and maybe send Ockledram and the parasites on it into a new orbit, one the planet wouldn't be able to sustain and eventually fracture, killing them all? Of course not. Our whole society was based on cultivating and nurturing plant life, not decimating it with one quick blow. That's why we never really got on with the Iphions. They have a device like that at the centre of their world, which we always look down on them for. Can't say I'm too bothered they're not around anymore, really. You say there's an ultimate weapon over there within our grasp? The plan's simple then. I have to get my finger on that button. The way the Danats are guarding that planet, your finger will be all that's left of you if you try and set foot over there again. Not necessarily. If I could find a way to walk amongst them with ease, then there might be a chance. But before the camouflage belt can be dusted down, a Danat scout ship arrives, appearing menacingly outside the building. It was sent out to discover their enemy's hideout, and once this was found, the second order was simple: open fire and take out the last ever Yeeple and his friends. Scatter! The diverse group each take a different route out of the disintegrating room. Okay, leave it there. Carry this on in part 3. So see you all on that one.